I think I was traumatized by getting pregnant the first time we were intimate.
Ashamed to saying that I got a vasectomy done. All right,
Why would you say I'm not ashamed?
I don't know, because I didn't know so many people had it until I actually got it done.
Why would they be ashamed of that?
I don't know. Some people may think it's
biblical.
unbiblical too. You know, God said be fruitful and multiply.
Do you feel some type of way about it? It's giving you feel some type of way. Yeah. So the first pregnancy was robbed by church, how they did not accept our pregnancy, how I was not married, so I dealt with the trauma and the pain and the shame of that.
To God to repent. I was not good at all. I'm sorry for that. That was terrible.
Yeah, so it was rough for me. Why are you gonna make me cry? What? I don't know why I'm getting emotional.
Oh gosh, y'all. Oh my God. This is real. This is real life. This is you can see what it is. Those things that were robbed. We talking about vasectomies, and we talking our story of it. And this just goes back to, again, why if you're watching this and you're single, you want to do it God's way. Do you regret me getting a vasectomy? This is an Iwegbus production.
Period.
So as y'all know, we are usually looking at social media, looking at what's going on in the relationship area, and my wife came across this clip of Deval and Kadeen. Deval and Kadeen Ellis. She definitely follows them, and it was about vasectomies. This kind of hit close to home. I wanted to speak on this, so check out this clip right here.
I mean, we discussed the vasectomy route, but it was always coded in my health, right?
Yeah.
It was never and you're right about that, because at first I was about to say, Deval, we did discuss the vasectomy, but you're right.
Yeah, we never discussed it like that. We didn't
discuss it in the terms of, Deval, are you done having children? Is this something that you want to hold on to, just the ability to be able to do that?
Do it seem like he about to cry?
In a way, it looks like he about to cry.
Yeah, he looks emotional.
He looks a little emotional.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't watched this whole situation.
I haven't seen this in a long time. I didn't pay attention to his face. Like, he looks sad.
He looks a little sad.
Because then the onus would have been on me then to figure out what the next move was going to be. Because as much as you like me to throw this ass in a circle, we sure as hell would have been having more children. And
absolutely.
And we both made the decision, and we both knew that well, I can't even say that we were done having children, because we have told y'all before too that we were planning to have a fifth child.
Right.
And not to take attention away from the topic and your discussion and your feelings right now, but I too felt like that was taken away from me.
They were both sad.
Yeah.
She's about to cry.
This looks like it.
Yeah, she's about to cry. Oh, poor Stink.
Yeah, that was a little touchy. Yeah. So it made me think about this. I was thinking about us, and if y'all don't know, and I'm not ashamed of saying that I got a vasectomy done. All right,
why would you say I'm not ashamed?
I don't know, because I didn't know so many people had it until I actually got it done.
Why would they be ashamed of that?
I don't know, but either way, I got the vasectomy done, and some people may think it's unbiblical too. You know, God said be fruitful and multiply. Why would you cut off the supply?
Do you feel some type of way about it? It's giving you feel some type of way about it.
I don't believe that it was God's original design for us to do that. Yeah. Don't get it wrong. Like, just like I don't believe that. I don't feel convicted, no, because I believe that given the climate that we're in, as far as just the world has been impacted by sin. What do you mean by that? Well, capitalism, greed, okay? Things are high as heck. I mean, per child over a lifetime, you're probably looking at spending about $250,000 to $300,000, and that number is growing per child in their lifetime. And for them to have the most optimal environment, for them to have, the great educations and all that, it costs too much.
Yeah. And
so I believe that maybe God didn't originate it for it to be that way, but we had to make those adjustments. So I'll speak to us. When we made the decision, we made this. So I'll take it back. Let me rewind. Before I met you, I knew in my mind, whoever I got married to, I only wanted to have maybe 2 more children, 1 or 2. And then I met you, and I believe we spoke about it. I don't even know why we even talked about this, because we were just friends. But I believe it might have been after we were intimate, but we didn't know you was pregnant.
Yeah.
And you said you really didn't want no more children to maybe one more at that time.
Yeah. 0 to 1.
0 to 1. And so here we are, first time being intimate. You're pregnant. And I'm like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, here's the one.
Yeah, here's the one. And we eventually get married. So we had room for one more, but wasn't not thinking about that. We wasn't
immediately got pregnant again. Yeah.
You say you remember when it was.
It was on my birthday.
It's your birthday.
Night.
Our first birthday of us being married.
Yep.
So
I knew it. When you got up, I said, I'm pregnant.
Yeah. Hey, that's Nigerians, man.
I knew it.
So you get pregnant again, and I'm like, okay, I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, this is a second one. This is it. Like, to be honest with you, you got to also know your capacity. My capacity probably was filled at 2.
Yeah.
Like, as a man, as far as time, because you got to put in time with these kids, and you got to be there, and you got to have the money too to take care of them. I really was filled at 2, but now we up here and we kind of like 2 above now. Okay, based off of just you just fine. You know, I couldn't keep my hands off of you when it came to it, and so I said, you know what, I'm going to have many more kids. I just saw down the line we were gonna be sitting about 7 kids or 7, 8 kids or something, and you was a Christian hip hop artist. I was like, all of that's about to be tossed out the window. We're not gonna be able to do none of that. You ain't gonna be able to pursue your career. We're just gonna be bogged down with children because, man, I guess you're fertile and I am. I don't know how that, whatever you want to say it right, but man, I'm potent. It's gonna keep happening again. So I decided right after we had my beautiful youngest daughter Eva, we said, that's it. We had the vasectomy. And I will tell you, I was really scared about this situation. I was like, I just heard nightmare stories about it and all that. I'm like thinking all these things. You start looking up videos. I'm like, I'm not watching that. I don't want to see it. What is wrong with you? But I started asking about it. And I started running into a lot of guys who had this done already. I was like, oh, they was like, yeah, man, you good. You get done. Man, you be able to do something within 2 days. You be able to walk around or whatever. And then I thought about it. I was like, dang, I get to sit down on my butt for a weekend basically and let you serve me and sit on some peas. It was cool. And so for me, looking back at it, just knowing that we probably would have been 7 or 8 deep by now.
Yeah.
I do not regret it.
Really?
Yeah. What about you? Well, yeah, talk about you. I want to hear this. Because I'm gonna say it, but I'm not gonna say it because I already know.
We haven't talked about this. Like, we're about to talk about it probably for the first time on camera.
Y'all are getting an exclusive.
Yeah, this is our first time talking about it.
Exclusive conversation. Y'all getting to really come into the bedroom and talk with us.
Yeah.
Pillow talk with us.
So first and foremost, I think I was high-key traumatized by getting pregnant the first time we were intimate. And then I got pregnant immediately again. Wow. And so I think it was trauma. Like, it's just happening too fast. So I'm not able to like sit in motherhood. I'm, you know, our oldest was 6 months when we found out I was pregnant again.
Our oldest, so the
youngest,
too.
The one that I've had.
Actually,
the 2 that I have had. So when I say my oldest, that's our youngest 2. Yeah. But my oldest was 6 months crawling, and I found out that I was pregnant again. And so I was traumatized because I'm like, I'm not even like, baby, we are just now raising you. I'm just figuring out how to, you know, shake up the formula and have time for myself and self-care. Like, I can't even say I just was getting in the rhythm. I wasn't. Like, I was a new mother, and I had 2 bonus daughters that I was the baby mama, this and that. Like, it was just a lot. So when I got pregnant the first time, I was just like, what the heck is this? What type of stuff is you got in your system? And then number 2, not you looking at
shipped right from Nigeria. Straight up. I'm that potent.
Yeah. And then again, I think I was just scared. Like, I was scared because, yes, I was fresh in my Christian hip hop career. I was young as well. Like, I'm 20. 21 when I got pregnant. My first child at 22, my second child at 23. Like, I was young and so much was happening. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to lose my life? Am I going to lose myself? Am I going to be, because the way that this is going, I'm about to be pregnant every single year. And then I also had the vanity side of it where I'm like, what the heck is about to happen with my body? What is about to happen with my shape? What is about to happen with my stomach? What's about to happen with my insides? What's about to happen to her? Like, what's going on? Like, so I think I was just afraid. And then, yes, capacity. Like, I love children. And my goal was always 1, probably 2. Like, you don't want to have an only child. So probably 2. But I had 2 before. So I had 2 bonus kids. So even if I thought that I wanted to have another one, I remembered that, but it's 6 of us when we all together. Yeah. That's enough. And then when we would actually get together, the second youngest is having a breakdown. She's coming over depressed. We have issues with in court. Then the youngest one is teething. Like, it was just a lot going on. And so when I sent that to you, I feel like now I am at a place, 1, where I am, and I'm not saying back then I didn't love my kids, but I think I was just sharing this with my cousin, like within especially these last couple of months, I feel like the Lord has expanded my capacity for my daughters and how I love them and how I see them. Like, I enjoy spending time with my kids. I enjoy them being with me. Them are my little best friends, my little buddies. And I feel like now that I'm getting older, I'm understanding motherhood more. I am understanding the gift of motherhood. I'm understanding the gift that I am to my children and how I'm reversing generational curses and how I'm breaking them, how my kids are emotionally healthy. My kids are mentally healthy. My kids are loved. I mean, we love the mess out of them, okay? Yeah. I think about that and I'm like, I could do it again. And another reason why I say I can do it again is because high key, both pregnancies were strange. So the first pregnancy was robbed by church. Yeah, it was a bunch of our first pastors, how they did not accept our pregnancy, how I was not married, so I dealt with the trauma and the pain and the shame of that. How, you know what I'm saying? We barely know each other. Like, so my pregnancy, I hid literally until I could not hide no more, which was like right at 8 months. And, transparently, Namdi wasn't expecting that, so he wasn't the greatest to me either.
I was terrible.
He was not nice to me in those seasons. He was very mean, high key. We were just talking about this the other day.
I've had to go to God and repent. I was not good at all. I'm sorry for that. That was terrible.
Yeah, so it was rough for me. Why are you gonna make me cry?
Well, no, I just know how terrible I was as somebody who, first off, number one, just because of the whole situation, obviously, and just having to deal with the guilt and shame of that. But on top of the part of, I've already been here, so I didn't make it just as special. Wasn't like when you called me. I remember where I was, and I remember breaking down. Yeah, not like you having my child, like how it should have been, like how you want. That's how sin will rob you guys. Let me tell you, sin comes to destroy things that should be beautiful, man. Oh, sin will rob you that. That's why we making this. Y'all just keep on, we pounding on your timeline to say, wake up, Negro. Don't make the same mistake. We made it. We killed times that should have been beautiful and blissful. Guess what? The same enemy that robbed us of that want to rob you of that too. Wake up. Like, you feel me? Yeah. That's why we're so adamant of coming through with this content for y'all, man. And we need y'all to press the like and all. It's not because of that, because somebody about to ruin their life. Yeah. They're about to ruin a time that should be great. And so I say, you know what? I got beef with the enemy. I'm coming for them. Yeah. Okay, I'm coming to help some other people because you didn't have that time. So yeah, just looking back at that, man, I just robbed it of that time, man. And that's what sin to do. And I remember I was just on a kind of a little bit of a different subject, but I was talking to a friend of mine, who had been married before. And we're talking about possible marriage again, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, they just wanted to kind of do it, I guess, the regular, maybe courthouse, whatever the case. Mm-hmm. And I said, hey, listen, bro. I said, don't do that to her. Just because you've been married before, don't do that, bro. Yeah. I don't want you to do that because, like, you're robbing her of that first time. Like, that has nothing to do with you, man. And I still regret that. To this day, I have to live with that. I'm like, I don't want you to have to live with not giving her the best, man. So yeah, that time was just something else.
Yeah, it was very rough.
It was rough.
Labor was rough. Having her, it was just, the whole entire 9 months was high key trash. And because
I don't know how we got on that tangent, but I
got on that tangent because it's leading up to the point that I'm making. Then I got pregnant again, and I remember people saying, "Dang, you pregnant again?" Not congratulations.
That's crazy.
From my family to friends to people at the church that we went to, like it wasn't congratulations. Oh my God. Like I just had no love in my pregnancies. I had no love, no like, and let me not say that. My sisters and my mother was definitely there for me in that time. I have to say that. Shout out to especially Reese. She was absolutely there, especially for Eva. I was at her house all the time. Like she was cooking for me, comforting me. We just being great company. But outside of them, I hid again. I tried to take a few pictures.
No, we were married this time, but you still just for some reason we did. I don't know why we was coming.
No, I was married, but we still were fresh. That was still year one.
Yeah.
That was year one and year two in our marriage, and no one that we were around at that time at the church that we were at agreed with us being married. So
right,
we wasn't even able to. We wasn't able to really enjoy the beauty of me bringing a baby in. And so I tried my best to like fight through and breastfeed and have those moments. I tried my best to take. I remember going to my sister's house and I bought this dress, and my niece ended up taking. I don't know why I'm getting emotional.
Oh gosh, y'all. Oh my God. This is why this is real. This is real life. This is you can see what it is. Those things that were robbed. We talking about vasectomies, and we talking our story of it. And this just goes back to again why if you're watching this and you're single, you want to do it God's way. You're watching this, you single, you want to do it God's way. Listen, we're not telling you this thing because we were ultra religious or anything like that, man. But I'm telling you right now, man, y'all doing it right now? Stop it now, man. You never know. You think this may not be you. You think that you the anomaly. You think that this won't happen. I'm telling you, there's some things. There's some consequences that you may have to deal with. There's God's grace. Don't get it wrong. We've had grace. We got some great times, but these are one of those times that was very, very.
I'm trying
painful.
to close my point.
I wish I could take it back.
Okay,
but go ahead, babe.
The point that I'm making is because I was robbed, and I just got this revelation literally just now. I also think I'm not gonna make it through this video. I also think that is why I have the amount of grace that I have raising my kids. Trying to push it out. I think that's why, because I think he's giving me back like the time and the moments that was robbed from me. So I'm able to have I've been a stay-at-home mom for 8 years, and I ain't never wished to send my kids off and be like, man, I'm ready to go back to work. Like, no, I love being around my kids. And now thinking about it, I think that God is he's repaying me from I did the sin, but of the extra casualties and consequences and little, things along the way, like he's giving me back.
And I think it's because you didn't because you could have went back to the streets with it. You had people, as you said, people that was at a church you were attending that really didn't show you the love that you wanted to see. They didn't take you in or anything like that. And so you could have went back to the streets with it. Yeah. But you said, no, Lord, I repent of my sin. I turn away from it.
I wasn't in the streets before.
Right, you wasn't. But I'm saying, you never went to the streets. Left. But I'm saying you could have left it. A lot of people, that's their exit. They like, oh, this how they gonna treat me? Yeah. But then I'm better off where I was at. So yeah, he's giving that back to you. Mm-hmm. God will give you back all the things that the enemy destroyed. He will give you some things back there.
Might be years later.
Because now
I'm in year 8. We're in year 8 together, 7 married, and I just like I said when I was talking to my cousin, I was saying like I know there is an ample amount of grace on my life as far as motherhood and a home manager. But I say all that to say, to round this up, knowing how bomb of a mother that I am, and I could only imagine if I would have had healthy community, how even more bomb I would have been. I could easily have more kids. Mm-hmm. Now my capacity for the time of what I would want to give would be difficult. And so that's why a lot of times when you see these type of people talking, they got a nanny, they got an auntie and a grandma that's in the house, grandma cooking, auntie outside with the boys playing catch. You know what I'm saying? So like, no, if it was something like that, I could easily have more kids. But if it's just on me like it is right now, I don't know.
Yeah. I wouldn't
even care if it was a boy or a girl. Like, I would be okay.
Yeah. And part of me is like, I got 4 girls, y'all. I'm not.
I can have 5 girls.
I was like, I'm done. Listen, this is what I do, and it could. Somebody always said, well, you know, if you just go on top, you probably have listen. I'm okay. I love my girls. I would not trade not one of my girls for a boy. I promise you, I would not. I promise you, they're amazing, amazing girls, man. But that's what a lot of times people.
Wait, my answer is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's the question?
Again, do you regret having me getting a vasectomy?
Yes.
Okay. So she regrets it. I don't.
Yeah. I think yes, but I would have still wanted to wait. Like I would have probably got pregnant now. And now that we're more mature in our marriage, I would have blew it up. Like I would have blew up the pregnancy. We would have had a water birth. I would have had my settings for at home. I would nurse. It would be, I would celebrate myself and I would be able to celebrate my baby, because I even think because I was robbed, I'm pretty sure my babies they received a little less of me too, just because of how emotional I was in that time. So yes, I regret it, but I probably would have still had a gap. Like I would have had a kid like last year or this year.
I mean, and if it was they're doing it this time, I would have been even more celebratory of it and all those things. And so but maybe that's a dream.
It's
subjective on the whole vasectomy thing. It depends on you. I tell people, man, listen, y'all got to know, yes, we want to, he said, be fruitful and multiply. But let me tell you, you're going to have to multiply them dollars too. Yeah. Okay. So if you can.
And multiply community. Like you can't do it alone.
Yeah, you can't.
Not even just husband and wife.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be husband, wife, aunties, grandmas, grandparents. Like when your mother was alive, like that was a huge help. That was support systems. Like you need all of that. So not just money, you need people. You need people to where you can keep your marriage. Y'all can keep going to date nights. So you need the nanny, you need the aunties, you need the grandmas and grandpas.
And that goes back to finance for me. And that's the reason why you could see, like you were saying, dang, I didn't know Neo had 7 kids. Like, shoot, I think DJ Envy from Breakfast Club, he got dang near 7 or 8 kids himself.
With his wife?
Yeah, with his wife.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But think about these people. These are millionaires. Yeah. So they don't have to be there every waking moment. They have full-time nannies. Yeah. A lot of the guys that we see in the entrepreneur space that's here in Atlanta, they be talking about, oh yeah, man, he shared his nanny with me. Like, and that's helped them out. You got to have the financial capacity of it. And brother and sister, if you don't, it's going to tear up your households. Like, you love them.
And your marriage.
Now you don't got nothing, man. I can tell you, like, I tell people all the time, they be like, why, when I'm on when I'm top of the leaderboards and what I do in sales and all that, they like, man, shoot, you doing your thing. I'm like, bro, I don't got no choice. I got me plus 4 others. Like, you don't have that situation. You going to have to grind. You going to have to, if you getting 4 kids or more, I think you need to be making 200,000 plus, period. Mm-hmm. You have to. And that's minimal. That's minimal. You need for them to have the optimal environment. We talk about, you want them to go to dance school. You want them to possibly get self-discipline of, whatever, jiu-jitsu and all that other stuff that they doing nowadays. Man, I always look at it from that standpoint. So some people need to press the stop button. Hey, brother, go ahead and get that vasectomy done. It's not too bad. And the reason why we did that was because we didn't want you to do the deal for the women is worse.
It could harm tubes.
Yeah, tying your tubes, it was worse. It could hurt you. So I was like, forget it. If it's gonna be on anybody, it's gonna be on me.
Yeah.
And that's why we went that way. So all right, man, listen. That we went long, deep into that situation, man. I pray that in some way this part of it helped you. But I want to know, man, what do y'all think? Any of y'all men watching this, y'all had the vasectomy? Would you get the vasectomy? Women, what do y'all think about this? We want to know. Let us know in the comments below. Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content. Yes. Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwegbus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.